would like to share with you I hope this is troubling to you, an article by Joe Carter talking about an issue called Transableism. Never heard of it? You will. People actually have it. He learned about this, a story from Canada, and I would like to share this with all of us so that we can go, because I think that should be what informs our attitude toward everybody in the progressive movement. They're busted. Their thinking is kafritz. It's the noetic effect of the fall. They are sin sick. And that should inform not just our knowledge, not just our theology, not just our logic, but our hearts should be stirred, warmed with compassion so that we speak, yes, the truth, but in love. Here's the story. National Post reporting, when he cut off his right arm with a very sharp power tool, a man who now calls himself One Hand Jason let everyone believe it was an accident. But he had for months tried different means of cutting and crushing the limb that never quite felt like his own. Training himself on first aid so he wouldn't bleed to death, even practicing on animal parts sourced from a butcher. One Hand Jason has transableism. He doesn't think that this should be a part of his body. Now, you and I would hear a story like that and go, dude, you need some help. It's a part of your body. I'm looking at it. It's like attached. That's not how he felt on the inside. The story continues. Quote, my goal was to get the job done with no hope of reconstruction or reattachment, and I wanted some method that I could actually bring myself to do, he told the body modification website, ModBlog. That's right. There's an entire website dedicated to people like Jason. We continue. People like Jason have been classified as transabled, feeling like imposters in their bodies, their arms and legs in full working order. Rachel Dolezal continues, she just gave an interview to Vanity Fair. I don't care what you people think, even though my ancestry is completely white. I identify as a black woman, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. We need to tell Rachel she's wrong, lovingly. We need to tell Jason, you're really confused. Your arm belongs because, look, there it is, and we will help you with your thinking. And if we are not warmed and stirred and broken over their situation, I don't think we're going to deliver that message correctly. Back to the National Post. There is no sound logical rationale for claiming that one group of people with body dysmorphia should be allowed to amputate body parts while another should not. That means we haven't seen the end of this. We continue. Of course, they are unlikely to acknowledge this obvious point. When your mind has been so seared by acceptance of evil that you condone amputation of healthy body parts, it's not surprising that your ability to think logically has been hindered. And that is exactly what we are seeing, whether it's Bruce Jenner, Rachel Dolezal, One Hand Jason, this right here, this part. Their logic has been hindered. Why? Well, you can thank Adam for that. Now, before you and I, those poor, busted, broken people, and condescend to them, I think we need to remember Titus and chapter 3. We are told to submit to a bad government. Submit to people who are busted in their thinking because that's what you were. You and I were varying forms, different expressions. Rachel Dolezal, Bruce Jenner, and One Hand Jason. Now, it could be degrees, it could be direction, but we were all busted, and it is only the grace of God that has rescued you and me and changed our thinking. So when we respond to a world that's going woo, to a church that's going bing, let's remember, such were some of us.